Hello everyone. So in previous video we saw that how to create patterns from 1 to 5 when we have 5 by 5 matrix, that 1 to 5 is printed 5 times in row wise. So in this video we will be seeing how to print that thing in reverse order, like 5 4 3 2 1. This is printed 5 times in row manner in 5 by 5 matrix. If you haven't seen my that video, please do watch that video, because in that video I have explained all the basics, like what things we have to keep in mind in while we are solving the pattern programs. So in this we already know that this is our row, this is our second row, this is our third row, this is our fourth row, and this is our fifth row. So the very first loop that we use in our program, first loop represents that these are our rows, and second loop that we use in our program, that represents our columns. So the very first loop that we use in our program, they decides how many rows we need in our program. So in this case we have 5 rows. So our first statement will form is for I equals to 1, I less than equals to 5, and we are incrementing the value. Here this updation also matters while keeping this and this as our ranges. If we keep this as 11 and 15, then also this works for us, because this is incrementing by one value, and therefore from 11 to 15 if we jump, then we have 5 numbers. So this is how we can use our outer loop. This values depends totally upon how many number of rows we require in our pattern. Same way, if we go for column, then j equals to 1, j less than equals to 5, and we are incrementing the value of j again by one value. Here we know that when we are printing our inner loop, that is our column, then we have to use system.out.print only. Why print only? Because we are printing this value in column wise, that is besides each other. So we will use print statement, because print function prints the value besides each other and it does not go in next line. So here what we will do is we will print some value in order to get the output. And we know that after completion of inner loop we have to go to new line, and for that we have to use this println statement. This will go to the new line. Once this statement is printed, then we have to go to new line. Once this statement is printed, then we have to go to new line. So to go to new line we have to use this statement. Earlier program where we had to print 1 2 3 4 5 pattern in 5 by 5 matrix, then we know that we had written j equals to 1, j less than equals to 5, and we had printed our value of j, because in row wise it was changing from 1 2 3 4 and 5, and we know that this is responsible for columns. So our column number was from 1 to 5, and therefore we had printed the value of our j variable. But here we cannot use this 1 to 5, because we need to print 5 4 3 2 1 in this order, which is reverse of this. So we cannot use the inner loop from 1 to 5. Instead, what I will do is I will reverse the starting and ending point of the loop. I will start my loop from 5 and I will go up to 1, and I will decrement the value. So now my loop start from 5 and it will go up to 1, and this will be decrementing the value, so that this will go from 5 to 1. Here our difference is of 5. We are decreasing one by one. So this will execute this statement 5 number of times. And we know that whatever we keep here, we only need to check whether our number of rows are getting 5 or not. Here we can use 11 to 15, we can use 1 to 5, we can use 21 to 25, etc. We can use anything. Just the thing is, our starting point minus ending point should be of difference of 5, keeping the updation in mind. If the updation is of 1, then difference should be of 5. If our updation is of 2, then the difference should be of 10 likewise. So here we can write I equals to 11 to I equals to 15, or simple we can even write I equals to 1 to I equals to 5. So even this one will work. Now let's do this program in our BlueJ and see the output. So here you can see that I have taken I from 1 to 5 because we know we need 5 rows and we need 5 columns. But in columns, the value that we are printing, that is in decreasing order, that is from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have taken the conditions in loop in reverse order. So we are starting our starting point, we are taking our starting point as 5 and our last point as 1, and we are decrementing by value of 1. So if we try to see the output, we will see that here our reverse order is printed 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 times these are printed. If we want to increase the number of rows, then simply what we have to do is we have to simply increment the value of, we have to change the value of number of rows that we have to print. So if I take here 7, then 7 rows will be printed, and in column wise 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will be taken. See this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So 7 rows are printed and our 5 columns are there. So these are our 5 columns. So earlier in my previous video I had given one question that you have to print 1 5 times, then in next line you have to print 2 5 times, then in next line 3 5 times, so on. If you haven't solved, so please solve that question, and if you have any query regarding this and you want me to make video on it, please comment down in the comment section. I will try to, if I get more requests from your side, then I will definitely try to make video on that pattern also, but it is just a simple one, so you can try and get the output.